Well, Joe, this is a very, very extreme ride. This is a 60 Plymouth Fury, right?
Right.
Really a wild body style. This was back in the Virgil Exner era.
It was the last Plymouth with the big fins that Exner designed.
And big they are.
They are the biggest ones any Plymouth.
Big they are.
Yes.
But so much of his designs, he was experimenting with all sorts of stuff. Very space-aged
Very much so.
And this shows it in a lot of ways. And I like a lot about it. I love how the fender well, swoops around there, and they carry that swoop all through the car.
Yeah, through the hood line or the roof line, and then also through
Even
the rear
the back.
wheels.
Yeah. Now, how long have you had this car?
I've had it since 2000.
Wow, so you've been playing with it for a while. She looks pretty original.
Very much so. Almost everything's about it is original. The upholstery is original. I did put some replacement carpeting in it, but the rest of it's about...
Where'd you find it?
In a barn up in Frisco, Colorado, north here.
Wow. Well, these barn finds can kind of go either way. They can be rough or they can be pretty nice. What kind of shape was this one in?
Basically about what it is right now. There were just since it was in a barn, some horses like to lick them for salt, and they kind of scratched the hood and the rear deck. I had that fixed up, but the rest of and the carpet was a replacement, but the rest of it's pretty much original.
And nice color too. What was the name of that?
It's Twilight Blue Metallic and Arctic White.
Arctic White. But like you say, I mean, like the roof line, again, she hooks around just like the front fender well there. And man, these two-door hardtops just had so much visibility, so much glass.
Very much. It can get a bit warm in there. Of course, back in those days, and this car in particular doesn't have air conditioning, so
oh wow, yeah,
we'd always drive with the windows down.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the winter with heat on.
Well, there's a lot of greenhouse effect here, but great instrument gauge. There was a name for that.
They call that the flight deck instrument panel.
Flight deck. And then the rectangular steering wheel.
The arrow steering wheel.
Arrow steering. And I love the metal flake, embedded in it. It's just
right.
beautiful. And is that the horn activators then?
Yes, the two prongs.
That is so wild. And then you had the higher back.
Is the commander seat.
Commander seat, and then this was the passenger seat.
Right. They're not true buckets. They're swivel seats.
So each one swivels out.
You're right.
Now was that automatic or lever activated or?
The first ones were automatic, but then they had some problems with ejecting people when the doors open, so they put levers on them to open them up.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And I love the original upholstery, with the metal, metallic fiber,
right?
Metallic thread, and it's just beautiful.
It's beautiful. All the colors. There's not just one color. There are about 6 of them in there.
Yeah, it's like a spectrum in there. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I do love the roof line again. She comes around. Same with the fender well here. But man, these fins are just over the top.
Yeah, the official name were stabilizers.
These were stabilizers,
right?
Huh? Did they do anything?
Supposedly, Chrysler said they ran tests on crosswinds. They're supposed to be at 17% of the stability of the vehicle.
17%. That's
how they came up with that, I don't know.
They pulled it out of somewhere. We just won't say what.
That's a good number.
Now, this also came with a pretty special engine, didn't it?
Yes, it sure did.
Let's go look at that. Oh, now, that is just one of the greatest looks upon opening an engine compartment you'll ever get.
It does attract attention.
Always a crowd pleaser, right?
Yes.
That's the dual quad cross ram manifold, right?
Right. It's Sonoramic Commando, the official name.
So what was it called?
Sonoramic Commando. Don't you like the names they had in those days?
Sonoramic Commando.
Yeah.
Sonoramic Commando. And that's on a 413 or it's on a
383.
383. Man, well that's so extreme, but I guess it worked pretty well.
It was the poor man's supercharger. It developed tremendous torque, mid-range torque.
Yeah.
Almost a quarter ton, which is quite a bit. And it'll still
get up and romp.
It'll still chirp the tires going out of second in the drive.
Torque flight transmission probably.
Torque flight,
which is the best automatic ever made probably.
It was a good one.
And this is hauling around a pretty heavy car.
Well, the official shipping weight was 3,600 pounds, but by the time you get the fluids in it and everything, and me, about 4,000.
4,000 pounds, man.
Yeah.
That's heavy metal. But man, it's awesome. And when you open these up, people just go, oh.
It never fails to impress.
I'll say. Well, close your back up, man. What a beautiful car. It is so extreme. People must just kind of gravitate to it at shows, right?
They do. I like the people that kind of walk by and take a look at the engine, and kind of glance, then you get a double take.
Well, have you ever been to this show before, Cruise
No,
World
this
Plus?
is my first time this
Pretty
year.
nice show, isn't it?
A beautiful show, a beautiful place for it, and I got a nice mix of cars here, just about anything you'd want.
Pretty wide range.
Some
huh?
antiques, some nice rods, some muscle cars,
Yeah.
and there's some newer ones, and it's really just a nice show.
It's very cool.
And it's a nice, cool place, too.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you got a very cool car.
Thank you,
Thanks a
Dennis.
lot. 60 Fury?
60 Fury.
Furious.
That it is.